Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Young wasting no time, right to the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Young. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Lynch running the counter. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Steve Young. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to... their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Young. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Play action now. Here's Steve Young. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. With it is Brown. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 52 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top. And we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. A short kick taken at the 18 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young to throw it. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And Kansas City's offense now set, ready to go. Back to it after the pick 6. Young. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ray Nitschke. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Young. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the gun, it's Young. And again, he'll find Gronkowski complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The second down throw for Steve Young, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarter.
Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Alec Ingold taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here, because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On third down, they go Lynch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Brown. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Hurts.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Alec Ingold.
As the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 42-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing, Young. It's complete to, and it's a fumble. It's going the other way. Unable to corral him, he fights through, but they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So you want the third quarter already? No problem, let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Taken from about the 12. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and
he's got a man complete. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
62 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, Young. Open man, Gronkowski complete. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Young on 3rd down, and that will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Fielded just inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will have a touchdown. A 71-yard punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chiefs nothing. Justin Tucker sets the kickoff.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're...
Oh, Young loses it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Young's throw pulled in by Gronkowski.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here is Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Fielded at the 43. Great blocking on the return. It springs him. They're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's got Smith here.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another...
And it's caught. Touchdown. LaShawn McCoy from 13 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And out come the Chiefs now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chiefs nothing. Justin Tucker sets the kickoff.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter. Finished with over 300 yards. Got a talented back. Give it back to him.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Young now. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Young to throw it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Young now from the 50. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Micah Parsons.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Third and long for Young. Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
To throw is Young, throwing after the interception. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now here's Young. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
A short kick taken at the 18, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Six-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target, and it's third down.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
Young. He is going to find Hill here.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
Oh, Young loses it. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the